Hello, this is Virtualis, a chess noob, learning and having fun with chess. The Englund Gambit is a somewhat dodgy response to 1d4, but I love it. I think it's super fun. And in fact, Hikaru Nakamura, so the Grandmaster with Levi Rosman of Gotham Chess, once sort of collaborated to create a video looking at beginner openings. And they actually rated the Englund Gambit for beginners in the middle of the legit tier. So it's definitely okay to play. Worse, as you sort of move up the ratings. In this game, we'll see just the havoc that the black queen can wreak on the white queen side. So let's go. 1d4, e5, the Englund Gambit. Generally, you're going to have to accept. And now knight to c6, immediately attacking the pawn. Generally, either the knight or the bishop will come out. Here they played the bishop. Now, the best move for black here actually is to immediately push g5, attacking the bishop. That's, of course, defended by the queen. However, I decided to play the queen e7 line, and yep, we transpose sort of back into this position. Here, queen b4, triple check, check, triple fork with an attack on the bishop and the pawn. Very commonly, the bishop will come all the way back to d2, which is in fact the best move. And now the queen takes its first victim. The black queen, killer queen, takes b2, 1 point of material. Opponent plays bishop to c3, ostensibly looking like a good move, but it's a bad move. And this is the trap that's almost about to be set, because we now have a bishop to b4, now pinning their bishop to the king. This is now attacking again. The queen comes out to d3, probably not the most accurate move because I still have that move. So take, and this is a trap because if they take that bishop, here we've got checkmate. However, they saw that, I think spent a little bit of time, almost close to 40 seconds. So that's an interesting move, but remember, that is just hanging. So I take, they take the bishop, so queen, pawn, rook, so 6 points. And now we take also the knight for another 3 points of material. So now it's taken, what's that? 1 plus 5 plus 3, so 9 points of material that queen has taken with check. King now moves out of the way, and now I bring my queen out, ready to trade queens. They opted not to do that, so that's fine. I'm going to bring my my knight out because here potentially really forcing that capture. They push the pawn, take. So queen now sacrifices herself, and look what's happened. The queen has taken 18 points of material. It took all the queenside pieces, knocked off that pawn as well. These pawns are now split. King has been dragged all the way into the middle of the board. Here it looks really good. Absolutely devastating. It is the killer queen in the Englund Gambit. Here we go. Now, minus 12.5, minus 13, I think on sort of higher depth. My opponent was a really good sport, decided to continue to play on. Right? Good for them. So push the knight with check. They sort of have to kick the king around. I now short castle. My king's now very, very safe. And we sort of play a few more moves. Now attack. That's all okay. Let's trade. Yep, let's just get things out. So, no, they're trying to do a counter attack. Good one. Good for them. Yep, come on, let's trade. What are we going to do? I'm happy to trade. Takes. Open up this semi-open file now for my rook. They capture. No, rook takes with check. They move out of the way. I take that pawn. Attack. Rook back down. I'm happy potentially to trade here because I'm up on so much material. They move this way. Come on, let's trade. They trade, take back, push here. And here, I think one more move and my opponent opted to resign because it's rook pair and knight versus rook only. I'm, even a pawn up. It's a completely winning endgame for myself. But good game for the opponent. GG. Now, if the opponent opted to play on, you can see here, Stockfish calls as -62, which generally means it's actually a mating line. It's just that the engine couldn't find it at its depth. And at higher depth, in fact, yes, it's a forced mate in 9. And this is what it might potentially look like. So firstly, rook with check. King now so moves into that position, apparently is best. This rook now captures that pawn, and you can start to see a mating net setting up. Their rook trying to defend that pawn. Now, knight jumps forward, and as you can see here, these positions are locked off. King can't come here, and here is ostensibly going to be checkmate. So they need to push that pawn forward to prevent that. And rook, it's really interesting seeing sort of how you would potentially cause checkmate. This rook now has to, no, not there, come forward here. There we go. And check. King slides over, forward, and here. There we go. And now ladder mate. So that potentially is how you would have checkmated in that position. My big takeaway is that if you're going to open with d4, you'd need to learn how to deal with the Englund Gambit. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.